Thank you so much. We are in our third segment and things are getting hot.
Yeah.
And I like what you say that
Yes.
This is part one.
Yes.
Definitely we shall have a part two of the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
Now, when we come and base all this conversation on the scriptures and
Exactly,
what they say.
exactly. We will
Yes,
get
yes.
deep into scriptures. Right
Yes,
now
yes.
we are,
Yes.
I said we just come and talk.
Yes, it's like laying the foundation.
Yes.
But before our break, there was the father-son model.
Yes.
And I mentioned that there is a problem or a trend that I have noticed of instrumentalists because they have introduced into the pay.
Yeah.
If a certain pastor offers a better pay, you have given an example of your son Ken.
Yeah.
We don't expect tomorrow kwa sababu chapati za mama Ken sio nzuri. Sasa kesho chapati za jirani zikiwa nzuri, tuone Ken amehama. Where is the challenge in this?
Oh yeah, I'll cite a good example of my son.
Yes.
One day my son called me, my spiritual son.
Yes.
Who is actually in the instrument. A very good guy. I found him in secondary school. Very good in bass guitar, very good.
And by the way, I love the team. I follow it.
Thank you so much. And you can imagine we are growing.
Yes.
Like I've told you, these are guys we have gotten from secondary school.
Yes.
Young people.
Yes.
And one day he was invited somewhere and they gave him money.
Yes.
So in our church, I use another different model, all right?
He was invited to go play there.
Pray another, and then you see it was a trap.
Yes.
So when he did it on Wednesday, they said, okay, you can come on Sunday. And on Sunday, we give this amount.
Yes.
So of course, in our church, we don't put like a figure.
Yes.
So there is a way we work.
Yes.
So when he went there, he did not come to the church.
Okay.
All right, but he fought a very big battle inside of
the following Sunday.
Yes.
Yes.
So he went on a Wednesday. Then they asked him to come on Friday for a kesha.
Yes.
Knew it was a trap. Then you can come on Sunday. So when he came and on Sunday, he looked for me and he found me. So he told me, Dad, let me tell you, forgive me. It doesn't matter how much these people can give. The value, the love you give us, the care you take for us, you know, the way we have grown together, it cannot be exchanged by anything at all.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say in this model, the investment here is not only money. It is the investment of getting to work with this person. And you see, that is more than money.
Yes.
That is more than money. I have a friend of mine, sometimes we hosted him here, Rev Martin Njenga, who mentioned, because he's a friend of mine. He has a son. So this son now, he has sent him into an international where he's going to learn some more skills.
Yes.
So how much can you compare with that? How much will that guy, because already he has created a permanent way for that guy, for his livelihood.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say in this model of the father sons, personally I bought it and I got it from Bishop Mark.
Yes.
Bishop Mark's karaoke's model was father-son. He worked with them. They are bad. They do all the things vijana wanafanya, but you are not there to condemn. You are working with them. Because even Ken, my son, akifanya vituko, haumtoi kwa nyumba.
He remains to be a
son. He
son.
Remains to be a son. I can tell you, Daktari, if worship, if the fathers operate with that son, father-son relationship with every worker, not only even in the worship.
Yes.
You will enjoy doing ministry. You will enjoy. I can tell you, in Joyland, I work with the sons. Purely sons. Wale uliombea wakaokoka, ukawabatiza, ukawafuata, ukawadisciple. Hao watu mkaendelea, you created ways for them. They created also way for you. I'm telling you. So hiring ndio iko na hiyo swali umeniuliza. Hiyo hiring, because you know now when you are in hiring, sasa unajua sasa hiyo now ni green pastures. Na uwezi muuliza. Uwezi muuliza. You must always ask yourself this question: how did they come to you? So the way they came is the way they will go.
So do you think the men of God are playing part in this? Because like the example you have given, the one who called you are instrumentalist knew he's somewhere.
Yes.
But still, he's insisting, come. And suppose you had a kesha.
Yes.
Because, okay, I'm not in that department.
Yes.
But I'm trying to think from that side.
Yes.
I would try to maybe ask that young man,
yes,
how is your program?
Yes.
Do you have a program even on that Wednesday? Maybe that time he went to play on that Wednesday, maybe you had a midweek service.
Yes.
But maybe that man of God is not considering that he may be required.
Yes.
Do you think men of God are playing part in all these things?
Oh yeah. Unajua sasa, unfortunately, our thing became competitive.
The competition is the word,
It came without knowing, you know. And it is like every ministry is now fighting to be better than the other one.
Yeah.
And in that, there is the poaching, you know, like the way football will do. Sometimes actually people will even sweet talk your praise and worship leader.
Yes.
They will ask them, how much are you paid in your church? Brah, how does your pastor treat you? And you see, most of the people may be tempted to go for a pay. So yes and no. Yes, because pastors are also, they have contributed in that of raising people who cannot be stable in their churches.
Yes.
Number two, no, because that praise and worship leader or the keyboardist or whoever in that ministry has a liberty of saying no.
Sure.
They can say no, like my son said no, and he came back and he told me, even the pastor, and we meet with the pastor and I shake his hand. He even don't know that I know that.
Yes.
You see now, so it's I told you that this is a very, very intense topic. I knew it.
Yes.
Because we are touching things and most of the people wouldn't want them to be touched.
And but I think if such things are not spoken about, they will keep on affecting the ministries negatively.
Yes.
But I want us to move forward. And help us maybe. How do we create this father-son? You say something very powerful, but when there is a father-son model, there is no manipulation. So, taking for example, you want to incorporate somebody who is coming from another ministry, of course. Maybe due to some reasons. What are some of the things that are supposed to be considered so that even the other ministry is not hurt? And as he comes, how do you create that father-son model?
Yes, of course, there is always the genuineness of why some people move from one church into the other. I would say it would be very dangerous if a church is like closed, that people don't go out and another comes in. But then again, as they go, you as a pastor, when a son comes into your ministry, you've got to ask those questions that you are asking.
The hard questions.
Where did you come from?
All
right? What happened? Because some of the problems, if you don't solve the problems, if you don't help that person with the problem that made him come out of the other church, most probably they will reproduce themselves in your own ministry. And therefore, you must always check the genuineness. For example, the location. You know, I realized that I moved from Kaptembwa to Barnabas. So our church is a little bit distant, and we decided we settled here. And you begin now taking them into the process of adoption. I remember there was a time you had a ministry which I fathered many years, like 7 or 8 years. We used to call it ASAF.
The ASAF,
And you see, you had a rule, some set of rules. You had even the constitution. That when you come to this ministry, you don't just like come today and tomorrow you are in the pulpit. So we have to take you through a certain process. All right? Maybe some have 6 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, and it depends. And in that process of those regulations, they will help you to get to understand several things. But of course, I have said that there are other cases that somebody can just come and tomorrow they get into the ministry. You must always weigh, because sometimes again you might join your hands with the devil to kill a gift. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous. There are some route you may take and you are thinking that kumbe kwenye alikuwa ni kuuliwa alikuwa nauliwa. So na wewe unataka mshirikiane na shetani muue hiyo gift. So kama hakuna dhambi, hiyo tu ni kutoelewana tu kwa kawaida tu. You know that even you as a pastor, of course, haukuzaliwa hiyo church. You are there because you have several stages that you have gone. So you don't kill. The word there is that in everything that we are doing, let's be careful of killing. Let's be careful of castrating. I might say.
That's very powerful. Now, that person has come. And with all genuinity, you find the reasons are enough, you can now stay here.
Yes.
How do you create now that father-son model to this person so that he feels now, this is home, this is my father, and if anybody else tries now to to poach, let's use that word,
yes.
he will stand strong and say this is home. Chapati zetu zinaweza kuwa sio mzuri, zenyu ni nzuri, lakini wacha nikae hapa.
I can tell you that is, I will say as me as Pastor Martin, that is one of the hardest that I have encountered. There are two ways of getting sons. One is through birth.
Yes.
You know, ulipatana huyo mtu akaokoka. You know what I'm talking about. Then there is the adoption.
Yes.
So this is somebody who has come from another family. And you see, even in our normal way of life, you are using a very good example of chapatis.
Yes.
There are people who cook chapatis, they put salt. Others in their chapatis, they put sugar.
Yes.
The fact is chapo.
Ni chapo tu.
Lakini kabisa kwa taste. In fact kuna wengine wanaeka magadi.
Yes.
So kuleta huyu mtu sasa atoke katika hiyo culture, kwa walielewa hivi, kwa walijua hivi, inaweza kuwa ngumu sana, kwa sababu some of the people come, they want to introduce the culture of where they came from, or rather this other want to convert this person like today.
Yes.
And they will keep on coming to the office and say, oh, huyu mtu. So you must tell them, this is a process.
Huyu
ni mtu amekuja katika jamii. Huyu ni mtu tumeadopt. Please take them slowly by slowly. I have seen those things. I have a lady in our church. I love her so much. So when she came from another deliverance church. All right? So her case was well understood. Because it's from one deliverance to another. For reasons known even to the pastor. So when she came, I called the worship leader and nikamweka pale. So when I would go, mostly when I am talking with my sons, there is the way they conduct themselves. There is the way they behave. But this one, kabisa ungeweza kujua kwamba huyu ni mgeni. The way she's even the way she's even putting her words. So tukimaliza, so anakuja ananiambia, hey Pasi, so and so ni kama aliongea sana ile mkutano tulikuwa. So and so is like ali shout. Nikamwambia, please bear with her. She has just joined the family. Nasema kwamba na mbona Pasi hivi tu so and so ungemrebuke. Namwambia huyu ni wa huku. But huyu tunampeleka pole pole tukimwambia hapa you don't do this. Hapa when you kimaliza na mic, you don't just keep it anywhere. All right? Hautokagi tu kwa madhabahu ni kama unaruka kwa matatu. There is a culture
tradition of
this family. So I would say to every pastor, hey, that was a dangerous one I wanted to say. Nikasikia ni withhold. I pity those people who absorbs a family within, 1 week. I can tell you somewhere. Allow me say it. Let me say it. This is a program. One of the dangerous ministries that I can tell you their future waits is a ministry that starts today, and tomorrow you begin clapping for them. You say they have 50 worship leaders. Then you begin to ask, where did you come from? You say, I came from this ministry. I can tell you 2-3 years. We normally say that the immunity of a worship leader is 5 years.
Wow.
The stability is 15.
Okay.
Yes.
Immunity?
It's 5 years.
5 years.
Yes. Stability 15
years. Let us go for a break. That's confusing. We are taking it right from there. Immunity 5 years,
yes, stability 15
years. Thank you. We are coming back after this short break.